And welcome to Channel 19. Sterling Silver Knights are going to take on the Haddon Heights Garnets, and we'll take a quick look at the Sterling boys soccer team.
Jimmy Zingaro, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Matt Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Josh Moreland, junior, forward, Blackwood.
Mike Berkeley, senior, forward, Samaro, New Jersey.
Kevin Byrne, junior, forward, Broadmoor.
Joey Lomas, senior, goalkeeper, Winslow, New Jersey.
Victor John, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Braden Sheen, junior, center attacking mid, Stratford, New Jersey.
Mike Ermel, senior, midfield, Ball Springs.
Joshua Garcia, junior, midfield, Lindwall, New Jersey.
Justin Burr, sophomore, defender, from Blackwood.
Caleb Evans, junior, midfielder, Magnolia, New Jersey.
Ethan Revatus, junior, defense, Stratford.
Bob Toomey, sophomore, striker, Laurel Springs.
Jacob Mardo, junior, midfield, and Stratford.
Kevin Stubbs, senior, midfield, Stratford.
Sean Brantley, junior, midfield, Somerdale.
Jason Fadden, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Tim Hall, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Kevin Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Justin Maroney, senior, midfield, Blackwood.
As you took a look at the Sterling team, you can see 71 degrees and 69% chance of humidity. It's very cloudy out, you can really tell out here, and it's honestly great weather for soccer. Very windy, of course, 11 miles of northeast. You can take a look at the standings of Colonial Liberty. Sterling still undefeated so far, because again that one draw came to West Deptford, as West Deptford also drew another game. Haddon Heights also 6-4, 1-4 in against facing teams in their own division. So it's going to be a rocky road for them facing Sterling, who is also in their own division. And we'll take a look at the game notes. Sterling has won 8 straight, and the only tie has come from 2016. Sterling has also been outscoring 7-0. And then Sterling's power points makes them into 4th. Of course, Heights comes and makes them into 9th. And last year, Sterling defensively scoring 24 goals, only allowing 15. And of course, Heights being outscored, letting in 33 goals, only scoring 19. And a very big defensive record for Sterling and Heights. Sterling scoring 34 goals, only letting 1 goal in, and Heights scoring 25 goals and only letting 6 in. And of course, I'm brought by Kevin Schulz and of course the great Sean Clank. And I'm John Hallwood, here to bring you to the game of Sterling Silver Knights and the Haddon Heights soccer game.
Yeah, don't let the records fool you. Haddon Heights, we played a couple weeks ago down there. It was a 1-0 game, and Sterling put a goal in the last, I believe, the last 10 minutes. Even though that balance is going in Sterling's favor in recent years, it's really been real tough, close games. So I mean, you throw the records out the window every time these teams play.
And you look at Heights with that 6-4 record. A lot of their games, especially when they played some of the tougher teams. I know West Deptford, obviously you just mentioned about us being a 1-0 game. I think West Deptford was a 1-0 game. So they have played some of these better teams in the conference tough. So, this is a very tough Haddon Heights team that, even though they're at the bottom of the conference record isn't that great, they can get to any team at any given time.
And you said it right there, and honestly, also a very important game for Joey Lomas. He's 1 game away for tying the record for most consecutive clean sheets. Right now he's on number 11. He needs 12 to tie it.
for those non-soccer fans, a clean sheet is a shutout, right?
A shutout, yeah.
Shutout, letting in 0 goals in.
And just an outstanding job. And the thing is, a lot of people say, well, geez, it's a real good defensive team. There's games where he doesn't face a lot of shots. But, boy, the games we've seen, he has come up big on some saves at key times. So this is definitely a top-level goalie when you talk about where he ranks in the conference and throughout South Jersey.
And absolutely, and even up to the middle of last year, Joey was actually a defender. He was not our normal goalie until our goalie got hurt. So he's kind of been thrust into it, and he's done a really nice job. When you throw in the clean sheets or the shutouts, you also got to remember that there's a couple penalty kicks in there that Joey saved, and they're tough saves. And if you're ever going to put a goalie in a bad situation, penalty kick is it. And he saving a couple PKs. Joey's really stood up and earned his keep with those shutouts.
It really has. And Heights is right now looking to, of course, get closer higher up into the standings. And Sterling's just trying to keep that win streak going. Of course, they've only drawed one game. Of course, that was against West Defford. You need to take a look at Joey Lomas right there with a big smile on his face, too. And, of course, Sterling only drew to West Defford, which ended the game 0-0. Of course, that game went into overtime, and still no one scored. So, that should be all the seniors. You can see right behind Lomas and all. There's Kevin Martin, Jimmy Zingaro, Joey Lomas, Mike Ermel, Mike Berkeley, and Justin Maroney.
Yeah, got all the fat heads behind him. When you take a look at it, it almost looks like a dream sequence in the behind Joey, some after-school special there. But yeah, he's honoring our seniors along the back there. So we'll catch them throughout the game. They had a special night early last week where both girls and guys seniors came out, and they kind of honored them through the Tark Hill Soccer Club. So the younger kids were there to enjoy that, and there was a little 7-on-7 games, and then they came out, and then the younger kids got to see the seniors and kind of create a tradition there of looking up what you want to aspire to. You want to be a high school player and do the best you can.
Heights start off with the ball within the first half. Second half, Sterling will have the ball. And honestly, one of the key players for Sterling has been Josh Moreland, who has scored most of Sterling's goals in this season. I believe has scored 9 goals this season. As I take a quick look, yes, it has been 9 goals and 7 assists. So, not only is he dangerous on attack and scoring goals, he's also dangerous on creating assists.
Yeah, as we see this game in the first half, Heights is actually going to be with the wind, so all these goal kicks are going to be a little bit tough coming out. I believe in the pregame he said it was 11 miles an hour, and the wind's actually blowing left to right on your screen here. So they're definitely going to go downhill in the first half, and Sterling's going to have that wind in the second half.
You there, Coach?
Of course, Sterling is going to have that wind against them, which is going to affect the ball and how you cross it in or even take a goal kick. That ball is going to be standing up in the air for a bit and maybe get caught in the wind.
And overall, we're thinking about that Haddon Heights field where the game was 1-0, Sterling scored late. That's a narrower field, and this one's obviously a little bit wider, which probably plays into what Sterling can do, because they always say when you have the narrow fields like at Haddon Township, I know Haddon Field, Haddon Heights, you can't get into any type of a rhythm. There's just so many restarts, and it can really play in. That really played in the Haddon Heights' favor there. So it'll be interesting how things work out here again with the wider field.
Yes, Timmy Hall has the ball here. I believe Timmy had the game-winning goal in that last time. Towards the end of the game, they pushed him up into they push him up to an offense, and he actually he scored the game winner against Haddon Heights.
Yeah, you would be right. And you see, there's the foul. Sterling's committed a foul right there. Quite a dangerous spot too for Sterling Heights. That could be, you could be seeing a shot taken right here. It's honestly something I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's a dangerous area to have a free kick here, especially with the wind. Sterling steps out the wall.
It's going to be Alex Fincher to take it. It goes. Here's the free kick. Low free kick, and Lomas right there to save it. Something that you don't see a lot is a low free kick, and those are sometimes the most dangerous ones.
Well, nice job by Lomas here. When coming in low, you kind of have an obscured view, kind of like hockey. As you see, Sterling jumped on the wall to try to take away the high kick, and then coming through it, your view is kind of obscured. So nice job by Lomas.
I like how he came over and just kept his body square the entire time. Wasn't like reaching where it could go bounce over his hand.
Yeah, Joey, it looked like a foul on the box there. Wow. That was not called. And that was I had to see a replay on that one. So it looked like one where Jimmy Zingaro had a shot going into, or was that Justin Maroney?
I think it was Justin Maroney.
Justin Maroney, I'm sorry. Justin Maroney going into the box, and looks like he got taken down from behind and no call.
Well,
do we have a replay of that? Okay.
Justin Burr here.
Justin Burr with a restart. Sterling has a set piece here, puts the ball in net. It's a cleanly fielded by Haddon Heights goalie.
I believe it's Joey Adams in net.
As you see, those punts are traveling an extra 10 meters as they are in soccer, since we're using the metric system here.
Some great passing right there from Haddon Heights, and Sterling able to get away, and this is going to be considered a handball right here.
It's calling a handball, and again, I have to see that again. Oh, that's a tough call. Yeah,
that is a handball. It is an unnatural position. That's the rule of a handball. If it affects the ball in an unnatural position, of course. So.
Yeah. So another set piece here for Haddon Heights with that two-person wall. It's a both far post. Lomas comes
out. And that's going to be a foul against Heights right there. And honestly, doing something like that, if you miss that ball, you're taking a real big risk right there. Lomas able to get that ball first, and honestly, kind of does save one. It looked like some Heights player could have gotten a header to that one. You can take a look right here.
Yeah, it's a nice response by Lomas as the ball comes out. He's following the track of the ball, but if he would have stayed back, that would have been an opportunity for Heights to get a shot on goal there.
And that's going to be another foul right there.
Yeah, as it comes down here, Camardo misplay by Haddon Heights, and Sterling taking advantage of it as Camardo comes down. And there's a reach back there to grab his shoulder. Again, these aren't great fouls to take. I mean, you're giving up quality opportunities here on the offensive end.
McFadden sets one up right in the box, and Heights kicks it out, still in the box. Very dangerous. Still, Mooresland still keeps it in. Ermel now to kick it back up. Berkeley comes in. And it's still in a very dangerous position, and that's going to be another foul. And Sterling will get another free kick. And honestly, Heights lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, trying to find Berkeley here. A nice job by Haddon Heights on defense to kind of shield him off and then clear it out. And Sterling never really can control the ball to get a quality opportunity. But still keep it down in the offensive third here. So it's Josh Moylan with the restart.
Moylan with a low cross. And it's a header in, and it's a goal! Right there for number 19.
That's Jake Camardo. Yeah. So it comes down here, and Nice take here by Moreland to put it in. Haddon Heights missed with the first clear, and Camardo comes right up there, and Johnny on the spot with the head ball.
Right there. Joey Adams did get a hand to it, but unable to keep it out, and Sterling's now leading 1-0 already.
Some nice.
Caught the defender looking at the ball, and the defender lost track of Camardo. He just went right by him.
Yeah, his defender tried to backheel the ball and then turned and looked at tried to look, and then as Heights tried to clear it out, it came right back to Camardo. Little justice here because that whole initial first restart happened on a foul with Camardo. So even though we didn't control the first foul. Another restart down here. They come back down there. Now these next 5 minutes are very important for Sterling to try to keep Haddon Heights off the board because they're going to be real amped up to try to put pressure on the goalie and try to get that goal back real quick, especially with the wind at their back.
It really is, and the thing is, though, Sterling has proven that they can defend, only again allowing one goal, and it's really good to see that Sterling's able to defend that great. Is great this season. And that's going to be a foul right there again on Justin Maroney right there.
Here's a foul here coming in. Come back. Kind of gets dispossessed and fouls from behind. Again, not a great foul there.
Really isn't. It's in with a win like this, it's in a dangerous spot.
Well, in that position, you had five teammates behind the ball, so you can just hustle back and get to the other side of the ball. So to give them a free kick and an opportunity, it's not a smart foul there.
Sterling right now in a little trouble. Lomas is going to try and come out, and does able to grab that one away. You can take a look at the foul as we come back to live action. Now with Lomas with the ball, and he's going to punt this one away. Moreland now falls down, and that's going to be another foul right there. Quick drawn foul. Got Moreland with it. Hyde still with it now. Hyde switching the field.
Good job by Timmy Hall there, cutting off that pass, because Heights had a forward that was really heading upfield in a hurry.
Ermel's going to send one. Jake Camarado, but unable to put a little too much onto it. Hyde's now with it. He's going to switch the field. Moreland, no fouls committed right there. Mike Berkeley is going to be called off sides, and it's still going to be saved by Joey Adams.
Well, the referee was right there, had a great view of it. We'll see if... Oh, I guess...
That was a great call right there.
You think I don't know, John, that was... Boy, did he go past it before? I thought the ball might have gotten there quicker. I know Mike Berkeley didn't think he was offside. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't think he was offside. I'm sure, John, feel free to argue with me. I usually don't have to tell you that twice.
It's when it leaves, or actually no, not leaves, but when the passer hits the ball and it's going in, touches the ball and goes into the direction, is when it is decided if it's onside or offside.
Isn't it if the ball gets to over the line before the player, it would be onside, right?
No. Yeah, when the ball is played.
Okay.
Offsides is a very difficult thing to call.
We're thinking about the hockey version of it. Teach me, John. I'm a novice here, so.
Well, the main important thing though is really just stay behind the defender and let it through, and basically you're actually onside all the time. If you're whatever the last defender is on the team. So let's just
him. Okay.
Yeah, stay behind him. Berkeley now with the ball, now hustling hard on the outside, going to try and cross this one in, and a great job right there from Heights to kick that one out. He's going to make a quick throw. Moreland now with it. We know he has some good footwork. Justin Bird now going to give it back to him. He gets dispossessed by Heights, and now Sterling's got to rush Adams, who kicks it up, and now Sterling's still back with possession. Ermel now. Berkeley now going to chase it. He's going to try and keep it in. Able to keep it in. Sends in a cross. And Heights able to get that one, but still in danger is Heights. And that one's going to go out, and Bird's going to throw that. Justin Bird's going to throw that one in.
Good job of Sterling just keeping some consistent pressure going here. Heights is having a tough time getting it out of their own end.
They really are, and now Moreland trying to get something. Mike Berkeley now could have a shot, unable to. And they clear this one out, and Heights now looking a little bit out of danger right now. Heights trying to set something up right now. McFadden now able to defend it. Still has it. Gives it to Jay Camarado. Camarada. Justin Bird now with it, trying to defend. He's going to move out around the outside, and gives it back to a Heights player, which goes outside, and Heights tries to save it, but it's going to be Sterling throwing. And that's going to be a throw-in right there for Heights.
It looked like the wind got a hold of that throw-in right there.
Came in, and it took a bounce, and then it just went out. And that's going to be a foul right there against Sterling. And see if we can get a look right here on what happens. And I think just Ermel, not a perfect view, but I guess something the ref did not like on how Ermel defended that.
And we're headed for a 5-player change here when they're able to do that.
Heights now with another free kick. Here he goes. Comes the cross. This is everyone. No, it still is in. Bouncing around. Lomas now holds on to it.
See this on the replay. Good job of Joe Lomas recovering. Really hugging that post right there, and that was out in the open. Boy, he didn't get that. That was ticketed for the foot of that left foot of the forward of Heights right there.
Take another look right there. Number 15, it looked like he was about to get a nice wide open shot at net. Come back to live action, and Heights right now in their own end again, trying to get back into Sterling's end.
Sterling's going to have about a 7-player change right here, and that was one of the other things that Coach Marley's in the interview after last game said he really liked about his team is the depth that he has. Probably he's got his starting guys, but probably has another 10 or 11 after that that could start on a lot of teams in this conference.
And honestly, as he said, it's really tough to do, give these players time, but again, it breeds a lot of competition, and they always want to prove that they're the better than
you're right, John. That was the other thing he followed up and said.
And that's going to be a goal kick right there, and Sterling's going to bring in the 7th substitution. It's like Mike Berkeley, Jake Camarada comes in. Berkeley.
Mike Berkeley coming off.
Matt Martin, Moreland, and Justin Maroney coming out of the game for now, as Lomas is going to kick this one away. Heights looking for a handball, but either way, there's a foul right there, and I would not want to see you take a relook at that. And yeah, that does look like a handball, and hand in an unnatural position. That's going to get called every time. Sean Brantley able to use his back foot to save that one and give it to Jimmy Zagaro.
Getting our steps.
And that's tough going up that far side. You have guys who have some speed. You see Timmy Hall right there chasing the forward down. Very difficult to get around the edge against these Sterling defenders.
And you make sure when you get ready.
And I think, that's why we're looking at a team with what, John, an 11-0-1 record, because they're such a complete team. And as we just said, you add to that the depth that they have. There's really not a big drop-off as there might be in some teams when you have a change and you're giving guys a break.
And something that we probably haven't mentioned a lot is the physicality that Sterling plays at. Something that we haven't really seen a lot in the some of the Sterling teams.
Yeah, I want to be a ball player. No, go to your job.
As Haddon Heights is going to make a pair of substitutions. Haddon Heights will retake the throw-in.
Hey, Mark.
Missed slide tackle. Now Heights trying to attack. Joey Lomas is going to have to pass that one away. Gives it to Justin Bird. Justin Bird now is going to try to get that one away. Gets it blocked a bit, and Sterling right now is going to defend very carefully, and Timmy Hall is able to get a nice sliding tackle. Josh Casilla with a chance right here. The goalkeeper able to pick it up as the defender was able to use his head.
Boy, that was a great play, almost an outstanding transition goal, and created by first a stop by Timmy Hall, then I'm hitting it the other way, and they really had Heights back on their heels.
Foul committed. Heights now. Gonna kick this one.
Unofficially, we're a little bit halfway through this first half, with Sterling with a 1-0 lead on a header by Jake Camardo.
Bouncing around in the box, and that's going to go out wide, and that's going to be a corner. Thought that was going to be a goal kick, but it's going to be a corner right here, and we're going to take a look on who touched it last. It does look like it is going to be a corner as it touched Justin Bird's foot.
Now, I wasn't sure if we tipped that ball or it was just a case of a
bad shot.
A forward just knowing that the defenders are right on top of them, hurrying and just basically whiffing on that shot.
Here we go. Here comes the corner, still in the box. Heights brings it back in, still comes right back out. And that's going to be offsides on the Heights player, and now Sterling will kick this one away. And now trying to set something up. It's gonna go, could be very dangerous right there for Heights. Heights could now really been in a very dangerous situation.
Yeah, they played out of bounds, and they have Jimmy Zingaro throwing the ball in. Jimmy has a really good throw in, so it's sometimes it's almost like a restart kick when Jimmy throws the ball in.
And you can see right there, the wind really took care of that one. McFadden right now trying to put it back into the box. And that's going to be plate advantage right there. That's a nice block shot right there from Heights. And that's going to be another throw in. And Jimmy Zingaro's last throw got caught by the wind. Let's see what this throw can do for him.
Yeah, you see the sun peeking out here as the clouds are starting to lift a little bit. So this is a little dangerous for the goalie because the goalie's actually looking into the sun at this point.
Comes back out. Jimmy Zingaro's going to cross this one in the box, in the middle, and it comes back out. As soon as I say that, it's right now a battle between Heights and Sterling. And that's going to be out, and that's going to be Heights' ball.
Yeah, it's going to be Heights throw in here. Again, neither team really trying to control the ball there, just a little kick ball back and forth.
Sterling trying to get it cleared out, having a little trouble. Sterling this time getting some big pressure from Haddon Heights.
Yeah, Sterling got caught there between they were actually stepping to the ball rather than through the ball, and they kind of put them in a little bad situation there, but unfortunately Heights couldn't take advantage of it.
Looks
like it's going to be Haddon Heights throw, or it's at a kick?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a throw in.
It's going to be a throw in here.
So big throw in's going to come in right here. That's going to get cleared out. Big shot, and that goes over the goal, and Columbus not too worried as Sterling's going to make a probably another 7-man substitution.
Again, Timmy Hall stepping up, making a nice play, and just Sterling in general. One thing it seems that we're seeing is they really get a lot of defensive bodies there in the middle, making it tough for the forwards.
And of course, here to introduce the game, of course, is Kevin Schulz, Sean Clank, and I'm John Hallwood. And of course, a very tight game right now. Sterling only leading this game 1-0 over Haddon Heights out of a Jake Camarada header that came quite early into the game.
Yeah, and again,
it's a nice through ball here to
Mike
Berkeley. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry.
Yeah, a little
Camarada
spurt there.
takes
the play's more important.
Yeah.
You see right there, Berkeley unable to get the shot. Moreland tries to take a shot, and then Camarada takes another shot, but just goes straight to the goalie.
Yeah, real nice job by, I guess it's Alex Fisher there. Is that his name? Of getting back and actually beating Berkeley to the ball. You don't see that very often.
Moreland now is going to try and cross this one in, and he gets fouled right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call. There's that outstretched arm there pushing Josh Moreland.
And if Sterling somehow able to get, as we look at this on the replay, and able to get up by 2, as we look at Moreland here.
Moreland now comes in, and it almost a goal right there. That one goes out.
Yeah, it's a very good take of the goal. Again, Josh Moreland, one of the more talented players in the conference. You see they're going through traffic and then taking a shot, and just actually misconnecting there on the header by Berkeley.
It's tough to see. We don't have our angles very bad here, but it almost looked like it was ticketed for that upper left-hand corner, but obviously missed it.
Yeah, watch this on the replay. He comes cross, actually gets played to the body, has somebody on his back and crosses and just misses Berkeley's head, but it looked like it was Berkeley. So, again, Josh Moreland, very adaptive ball handling there, and actually one of the more skilled players you're going to see in the Colonial Conference.
Sean Clink not missing a beat as he makes a kick save.
There you go.
On a ball coming to our table.
I would take credit, but that actually hit the case.
No, you stop it. Saving
there you go.
Thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
I definitely would have trapped it, you know, going back to my old soccer days. My first touch was good, as my second and third touches were horrible.
Hall tries to kick that one away, and
that's a perfect example. You see Heights get some pressure, but just smothered. The forward was just smothered by a bunch of Sterling defenders.
Yeah, Sterling midfield's doing a real nice job of getting back. And we just see when Heights makes a play and you think you have somebody beat, there's another 2 defenders there, you know, waiting to play the ball. Nice job by Kevin Martin there, rather than kicking the ball back, and just pulled it down and plays ahead to Moreland.
And Heights has to feel a little bit of need to get more offensive pressure, especially in this first half when you have the wind at your back. And obviously that's going to be reversed in the second half. So Heights so far really hasn't taken advantage of that little advantage.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be a disadvantage in the Sterling second half is we have quite a few players that have the hair flow going. It's going to be blown in their face the second half rather than blowing back. Kevin, one of the ones with the nice locks there. Yeah. The pass through. There's Jake Camardo coming in on the inside. Berkeley comes in, takes a shot, and
that's going to be
ends it up at 5. It's going to be a goal kick. Their referees let them play a little physical in the box here, which I'm okay with. You know, I mean, you don't want a ticky-tack call on a foul,
especially on like important games like this. Low kick right there, and doesn't go too far like he usually does, so Sterling's got to try and take advantage of that, and that's going to be a foul against Sterling right there.
Yeah, there was an advantage call there, and a delayed call. That was a foul. I believe that was Matt Martin. So it was once it turns over, they got to
push in the back.
Yeah, that would have played clear to Heights. They would have let the ball play, but then it's one of the situations where Sterling had the ball. They give it right back to him. They gave him the call.
Heights trying to set up something into the box of Sterling.
Yeah, being very patient on their setup here.
Go, Lomas now got to try and get out, and does get out and grabs the ball.
Kind of had to fight through traffic there to get that one.
Yeah, you can see it, and Lomas being very assertive in the back there. You see it comes down and he jumps right back out and grabs the ball. Again, you can see why he has so many shutouts during the year. He's very aggressive as far as not letting him have that ball in the box to have an opportunity.
Timmy Hall now trying to get something across and unable to, but Moreland now is going to try and dribble around a defender, unable to. Only if he just got that around, he might have been able to take a shot at goal.
Yeah, he's trying to keep control of the ball and then just kind of lost it there, unfortunately. There's another foul here on Sterling. As Heights is going to get a free kick. See, he comes back and kind of just Mike Gormo kind of runs into him accidentally. Again, another dangerous play here on a restart. So far, Heights has tried to play everything to the far post. It'd be interesting to see if they try to play one in the near post in this situation. Which they do.
Good call.
There you go. And Lomas right there. But nice job. I mean, they had kind of it set up, and they did play the near post, but Lomas came right out. as I say, the best save is the one you never have to make. So when you have an assertive goalie out there taking those type of shots, or taking those opportunities away from the other team, you don't let up a quality shot.
Sterling's going to be able to throw this one in. As Timmy Hall comes off and Justin Burr comes in. It's also good. See Coach Marley's right there, head coach of Sterling boys soccer. So far, has done a really good job.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about this, what you're seeing right now, is once you've been here a while, you don't see he's not very demonstrative on the sidelines, because once you've been at the job a while, you start to develop a culture rather than coaching. So he doesn't have to coach every single play, and you'll see the kids are actually starting to get the kids actually play for each other. So they kind of sacrifice the glory of one play for their teammates as well. And the ultimate goal is actually the win. So, and you can see that when you talk about defensively, that's not any one player. That's a 5 to 7 man unit in the back, just keeping the pressure away. And so when you develop that type of culture, great things happen. And Sterling's really on a great year here.
And to what you're saying, Sean, when we were talking to Coach Marles at the end of the last game, he really likes the leadership on this team. One of the big things that he really says has helped this team.
So Berkeley comes through, lays the ball in the middle, and Heights is able to clear it out there. But nice job by Berkeley getting the end line here and then crossing.
And I think all teams will tell you, if you have great leaders, those leaders are almost like coaches out there, kind of communicating your message throughout the team, and it's a great thing for him to have. And again, it's a byproduct, like you said, of the culture that he's created.
Sure. I mean, I think if you ask Mr. Marley's, he'll probably tell you this team isn't the most talented team he's had, but but when you look around the way they play for each other, I don't know if he's had many more that played for each other as much as this team does. Ball comes through once again. Not giving Heights very much opportunity here.
Heights now trying to get set a cross in, and it makes a dive in the box, and that's going to be a goal kick right there.
Yeah, Heights trying to get a call here and trying to get a call and a foul in the box, but McFadden does a great job of playing the ball and then playing the line, and
that was.
And as the dive is happening, the referee's not falling for it.
Number 2, Victor John, on that play right there.
I'm sorry, was that Victor?
That was Victor John. That was.
I'm sorry. Yeah, nice job by Victor. I need to start looking at the monitor and stop trying to look across the field at 80 yards.
Loma's going to have to make that one, and he does, gets it.
Give a shout out to Victor John's brother, Michael John, is running track at Widener and doing very well. He also has a freshman brother who's playing football. Right.
Heights coming in for the cross, and that's going to end in a goal kick right there. Sterling right now just holding on to this 1-0 lead. And
yeah, nice job by Burr there. You can order one of your favorite events. So this event is $20 per event, and you can mail it and get your own copy of your DVD of your favorite Sterling event. And there's a lot of things that are going on already this year. We've had Mr. Sterling, we've had the homecoming game, and I mean, if you wanted to see a historic 73-point score, 72-point score by the football team, you can order that as well. So, you've seen the rarity. Oh, there's an opportunity for Moreland here. Takes a shot. Oh, just goes up and wide. Nice job by Moreland there coming down. The goalie was, he got a turnover here and an opportunity from about 30 yards out. Put a little chip in here and just puts that up and out. So we saw something a little odd on Friday night when we were playing football. I mean, Sterling ended up with 11 touchdowns and 9 possessions. You don't see that very often. No. So.
Well, yeah, that game was just, and like we said, it was. Yeah, you hate to have blowout games, but you're better off being on the good side because, Lord knows, we've been on the other side over the last few years. Just as recent as last year, some of those games were rough. And of course, we were short of personnel in some of those games with missing some of our varsity players. But it just feels good. It feels good throughout all the fall sports to be having this type of success.
Well, the nice thing is, to me, you could throw last year's records out the window. You were talking about Heights' record last year and the goal differential. You know, with the COVID, with so many kids missing in and out and some kids not playing at all. You know, I mean, those things are, it's such an anomaly that you can't really base anything long-term off of that. You know, Sterling themselves, you know, got taken out before the playoffs. You know, so I mean, you know, we could very easily say on the regular season that this could have been a defending Group 2 champion here. You know? But, you know, having COVID taking out, you know, basically 3 teams out of the playoffs, you really had a shortened field last year.
Hurry up, Jake!
Schultz doesn't do a great job saving the equipment like Mr. Clank did.
That was an awful effort by me. Wow. That was terrible.
Obviously, he doesn't like the new truck in the.
So you're saying I was trying to send a message right there?
Send a message to the truck. There you go. Not liking our new logo. Great job by the. We got a nice shot of the truck there as well.
That looks great.
I would protect the truck. You know, defend the truck is what we do here.
not pointing any fingers or anything.
We're defending the truck here. We're united here, except one. That's good.
United -1.
Jimmy Zagaro makes a sliding tackle, able to repossess the ball.
Well, John almost fell out of his chair later. It was volleyball, right, John?
Yeah, it was
almost fell out of your chair.
Yeah. So Josh Moylan over here on the side.
Moreland.
Nice smooth trips over the ball here. Tights come out. Kevin Stubbs steps in. A lot of physical play going on over there. And there's a call against Sterling.
For a minute, I thought that ball went out, but keeps it. Moreland keeps it in, and then Stubbs just makes the wrong call.
Right towards the end here, we got to be. Not exactly. I'm sure we're close to.
Getting close to the end of the first half. Jimmy Zingaro comes off the field. Let me give a little special shout out to Jimmy here, playing a real key role for the team this year. Somebody who played soccer growing up, but hasn't played in the high school before this year. So coming out, he's been a real key addition, especially with the swellings.
That's always tough, I think, in any sport when you miss a couple years and adjusting to the speed. But he's just meshed right in. Well,
and that's a credit to Coach Marley's too. You've seen that, you come out, and usually when you come out as a senior, coaches are like, oh, I'm not really interested because you haven't been in the program in 4 years. But he's seen this, and he saw he had a skill set that the team could use and took advantage of it. So it's that's a credit to Coach Marley's in seeing that. And then a lot of times you can have kids having a little jealousy and whatnot, but again, when you develop that culture, you get actually absorbed right into the team concept, and Jimmy's done a nice job with that.
Yeah, and even just talking to some of the players, you get a sense that it's good team chemistry. And again, that was another thing that Coach Marley's alluded to.
And of course, that's going to end it right there in the first half. Sterling leads this 1-0 over Haddon Heights. We'll be right back for second half action.
What's up? I'm DJ Wagner, and I play for Camden High. I got vaccinated against COVID-19 so I can protect my teammates, coaches, family, and friends.
I got my shot because I know the truth. The vaccine works and saves lives.
With the Delta variant spreading, we need you to get off the bench and get in the game.
No excuses.
The vaccine is the best way we can protect our community.
This is your shot.
This is your shot.
Make it count.
For a list of free vaccination locations, visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine.
We all have places to go, people to see, and things to do. But while on the move, it pays to be street smart. Summerdale is home to several heavily traveled streets, busy intersections, and bustling shopping centers. When crossing the street, don't take the risk. Always use crosswalks and look for the walk signs. When driving, be aware of pedestrians and always stop for people while in a crosswalk. It's the law. Please pay special consideration when children are present, as well as when our students are traveling to and from school, as many of them commute on foot every day. For all of us, while walking, biking, or driving, please pay attention and put down the phone. In the time it takes to look at your phone, accidents do happen. Let's be safe and recognize our surroundings, as well as our fellow travelers. Summerdale is a proud partner of Street Smart New Jersey's pedestrian safety education campaign. Learn more at bestreetsmartnj.org. And let's be street smart, Summerdale.
The Colonial Conference has always prided itself
on the tightly wound threads that extend through our communities that we represent.
For decades, these threads have created a bond, unlike any other in high school athletics.
And it is during times of adversity and injustice,
such as what we currently face,
that our Colonial Conference commitment to doing what is right
and promoting the fundamental concepts of respect.
We call on all of those who represent
the Colonial Conference
to continue to strive for unity and equality.
Jimmy Zingaro, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Matt Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Josh Moreland, junior, forward, Blackwood.
Mike Berkeley, senior, forward, Samaro, New Jersey.
Kevin Byrne, junior, forward, Broadmoor. Joey Lomas, senior, goalkeeper, Winslow, New Jersey.
Victor John, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Brayden Sheehan, junior, center attacking mid, Stratford, New Jersey.
Mike Ermel, senior, midfield, Ball Springs.
Joshua Garcia, junior, midfield, Lindwell, New Jersey.
Justin Burr, sophomore, defender, from Blackwood.
Caleb Evans, junior, midfielder, Magnolia, New Jersey.
Ethan Revadas, junior, defense, Stratford.
Bob Toomey, sophomore, striker, Laurel Springs.
Jake Camardo, junior, midfield, and Stratford.
Kevin Stubbs, senior, midfield, Stratford. Sean Brantley, junior, midfield, Summerdale.
Jason Haddon, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Tim Hall, junior, defender, Stratford, New Jersey.
Kevin Martin, senior, midfielder, Stratford.
Justin Maroney, senior, midfield, Blackwood.
Today's contest is being conducted
according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association.
These rules provide for fair competition among players.
Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play.
Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity,
disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated.
And could subject the violator to ejection.
It may result in penalties being assessed against your team.
For keeping this competition
at a high level of good sportsmanship.
Please let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate.
And welcome back to second half action right here. Sterling scored the first goal in the first half by a header right there from Jake Camarada. You take a look right here. You're going to see Moreland going to take the free kick right here. Bounces it, and it's going to bounce into the box. Defender's going to lose track of Jake Camarada, and goalie does get a hands to it, but unfortunately unable to save it right there, and that leads to the first goal for Sterling in this game. And
I didn't realize it, John. He took a little bit of a hit there after that head ball for a goal. And I believe that's the second time in the last 2 games he's had a head ball for a goal. Had 2 goals last game we did, I should say.
And the ball boy did better than you, saving the equipment again.
Oh, yeah. I let him get it. No need for me to hurt myself. Tough enough getting out of the chair anymore. Just to get up normally.
Either way, Heights still trying to find a goal, and honestly, Heights aren't shy away in that first half seeing a goal. Of course, now there's a foul committed right there by Justin Burr, and Heights right now in a very likely spot to cross this one in and get a header, trying to get something to it into the goal.
Of course, in the second half, you're at a disadvantage where you're going against the wind. So, but Heights knows they can't go down 2-0 this game, especially against the type of team Sterling is.
In the box, takes a shot, goes out wide. Loma's going to pick that one up, and Sterling's player number 8, Mike Ermel, down on the ground.
And John, this would, to me, exemplify what's happened today defensively for Sterling in a good way. That ball hit 3 Sterling defenders before it even touched a forward, and we have number 8 here.
Yeah, Mike
Ermel.
Yeah, this is Mike Ermel. This is what I was talking about. We're going to take a look, and I think he might see what happened. They just banged heads right there. Number 6. Banged heads right there with Mike Ermel, and Mike Ermel's on the back of his head, and that's Tyler Griffith, number 6 on Heights.
Let's see, we're going to see Mike Ermel come up here. He's okay, but I think
it's going to be happening right about now. So gets kicked, and honestly, I don't think they see where they're going. And
oh no, okay, I see it. Yeah, the Heights forward came up behind him. Incidental, they were both going for the ball, obviously, and he looks like he's okay getting up here. Mike Ermel, like a lot of these guys, plays 3 sports. He'll play basketball in the winter and then lacrosse in the spring.
Mike Ermel's going to come off for a little bit, and Jimmy Zingaro is going to come in.
Jim Zingaro, another basketball player. Of course, the Sterling basketball team is defending conference champions from last year, and a decent amount of players returning. Definitely taking on different roles, more important roles, especially offensively, with Antoine Arnett, who had an outstanding career. Moving on.
Lomas with a booming punt right there. Also a little help with the wind. Now it's going to be a Sterling throw-in. Again, Sterling right now is trying to keep the undefeated record going. And right now Moreland trying to set something up for Mike Berkeley, unable to.
And obviously Sterling's got the 1-0 lead starting out in this second half, but have definitely had the better of the offensive opportunities. I mean, Heights has had some restarts. They get the ball in, but most of the time, if they get it to the middle, Sterling just defensively gets to the ball. And even, I know one time in that first half, one of the forwards of Heights got his foot on the ball, but just was in such a hurry to get rid of it, couldn't really plant his feet and set because he knew the defenders were going to be right there, and hit it probably about 10 yards wide.
Moreland, and it is gonna be a penalty for Sterling. I'm a little shocked about that one. I think Sterling might have just gotten away with something right here. I honestly have to disagree. I don't think that's a penalty. I think they just tripped feet.
John doesn't like the call, Mr. Manlove. Yep. Look at that. Let's see. Legs tangled. What do you think, John? It's incidental?
I think it's incidental. I think he's looking for the call right there, and he's got it. But
you're definitely not a homer, John. I'll never accuse you of being a homer. You call it the way you see it.
Well, either way, Kevin Martin's going to take the penalty. He does take the penalty. Keeper moves the wrong way, and that's a goal right there for Kevin Martin. And Sterling lead this 2-0 after a penalty. Keeper tries to move a little bit early, tries to predict it, and Kevin Martin just goes the other way.
Good job of Kevin Martin not tipping off which way he's going to go. And that's just the goalie's just guessing on this one, I'm sure.
It is guess. If you also pay attention to if you pay attention to footwork on what their dominant foot is and body posture, sometimes can honestly give away on where they're thinking or even are about to go to. So,
which I don't think Kevin Martin did. He didn't look like he did.
He didn't. He really, honestly, didn't give too much to really be obvious. But usually, for a right-footed kicker, they go for the left side.
So you would have dove to the right side of the goal.
Okay, if you're the goalie, you usually go on your right side, never your left side.
So John, you're saying you would have saved that goal?
I'm not saying I would save it. No. It was well placed.
Just being sarcastic.
I'm trying to get myself out of the bus. Right now, Heights now with an opportunity, big opportunity, and are they going to get a penalty right there?
One of the few times you've seen Heights get ahead of the pack, and boy, Timmy Hall, as he's done throughout the whole day, does a great job one-on-one against the forward, not allowing him to get around the corner.
Yeah, did a very good job, and made the offensive player commit the foul instead of Timmy Hall committing the foul.
Just another example of where Heights has come close, but in that situation, they haven't been able to get around the edge. And again, give credit, talking about Timmy Hall, a lot of defenders with their speed in getting back.
Jimmy Zaguero's got to throw this one in. He's going to give this one back to Lomas. Lomas still can't pick it up. Now Heights, Moreland, great tackle right there. He's going to give this one to Mike Berkeley, who is on a run. And right now, goalkeeper out of position. Maroney tries to take a shot and goes right towards the keeper. You're going to take a look right there. It does take a bounce. Great job from the keeper to chest that one in. And a great job right there for the keeper.
And if you're Justin Maroney, you just want to get your foot on that one, knowing the goalie was so far out, but fortunately for Heights, the goalie was able to get right in the shot path.
Moreland now is going to try and take a shot, airs this one out, and fingertip save right there from the goalkeeper, and it is going to be a Sterling corner right there.
Well, this is the shot you see from somebody who's definitely finished on his share of goals, going the opposite way and then hitting it back and really getting a decent amount on it, and came within. Well, obviously the goal was right there, but really didn't just put it on net, put it on a good spot.
And it did look like it was about to drop in too, and it just a needed save right there from the goalkeeper. Short pass right here. Moreland now is going to try and take a shot, misses that one up, and Haddon now gets in the way of. Now Heights now on an counter attack right there. Let's see what Sterling can do. Sterling able to come back, and able to clear that one was Timmy Hall. Zagaro now gonna try to give it to Mike Berkeley. Berkeley unable to get there in time, but tries to fight back for the ball.
I think it's safe to say if you're a forward of Heights, you get to the midfield, get rid of the ball in a hurry, because you're going to have somebody on you right away with the way Sterling. Yeah, we talked a lot about how they defend the back end, but even at midfield for like this last minute and a half, it's really evident how well they limit the amount of space anybody can get in transition.
Moreland unable to get a good solid contact for could be a nice pass right there to Mike Berkeley. And there's a foul, and Jimmy Zagaro does not like the call. We'll take a look at this on what happened there. It's a good call, late tackle right there by Jimmy Zagaro, and he's kind of lucky for not to get a yellow card for his reaction right there. Sterling looked at some point making a one-player substitution, which is something that we're not very used to seeing, of course.
Yeah, usually it's a 7 or 8 player change,
if not a full lineup change, like we did on the last time we broadcast boys soccer.
Well, we're only 12 minutes into the second half, but with Heights now down 2-0, absolutely need to get this next goal. And we talked about them now having the wind in their face as opposed to at their backs. And just with the way Sterling's kind of been pretty much in control of this game from the get-go. There we go, we see. And I think if you're Heights, if you're out there, however far out you're at, put the ball in net. Just try to make something happen.
Sterling's going to get a handball right here. You see good punt right there from Lomas. Moreland's going to try and go around the player, and the player just reaches out his hand. And in the middle of that, there was a nice cross right there, I believe, from Mike Berkeley. But
boy, Mike Berkeley doing a lot of work to get some offensive pressure there, getting around the defender, and then getting ahead and almost having a decent shot on net.
Moreland comes off. Josh Garcia comes in for his last game that we broadcast. Scored an amazing free kick.
That was the one that was put up in the corner, correct?
Yeah, that was put up in the corner in the perfect spot. No keeper was going to save that one. Kevin Martin now gives it to Berkeley. That pass gets intercepted right there from Heights. Oh, and it's a little fighting right there from Zingaro on number 5. And this might not. You're gonna see some cards. And I think it's gonna be Sterling's ball as it is. Number 5 on Heights. Aiden Vinstadale, I would say. Vinstadale.
Oh, there, John. Aiden Van Istendale. A lot of syllables there, John.
Yeah, there's a lot of syllables.
But it looks like Istendale was one of the ones who got the yellow card.
There's a cross right coming in right there, and it's just wide. Could have led to a 3rd goal. Just close to going into the going out, and that goes out wide, and that's going to be a throw in. Sterling's going to make substitutions or take another look of the corner kick right here, and again, Josh Garcia just off. Defender almost even kicks it himself. Jimmy Zaguero's also going to throw this one away.
Oh yeah! Let's go, Jimmy!
Yeah, take a look right here.
Oh yeah, right.
Josh Garcia tries to go up for it, pushes him out. Right now, Josh Garcia tries to fight for the ball. Heights now with it. And an unfortunate pass right there from Heights. Jimmy Zaguero is going to throw that one back in, give it back. Matt Martin. Josh Garcia is going to give this one to Berkeley. Berkeley now trying. And Sterling fans have to grab that one.
It's good to see for the last 7 minutes after we had that incident, we've kind of moved on, and I'm sure the officials and coaches and everybody was talking to everybody to calm everybody down.
Yeah, the push right there from Mike Berkeley. It's going to be called. It was quite obvious, quite easy call right there for the ref, and
that's something I think that's been going on most of the day. It's when it gets to that next level that they need to step in, and then again, it happens in a rivalry like this. That's going to happen. But a good job by the refs stepping in, taking control.
Yeah, those are the more common fouls that you see. You always see that pushing. You always try to see how much the ref is going to give on a push sometimes. But yeah, when you kind of notice when it gets a little bit more chippy on how they foul the player sometimes. Sometimes they just come in a little bit harder in on a foul or like. And that's going to be a Haddon Heights throw in right now.
Well, and if obviously it continues past the ball, once the ball gets away from the players, you see them still pushing. I think that's what led to a little bit of what happened.
Yeah.
We had that little incident a few minutes ago.
Josh Garcia tries to send a nice ball right there from Mike Berkeley. Berkeley now getting very physical. Is called down. That is great play right there from the defender. Martin tries to get a pass to Stubbs. And Heights now. Jimmy Zagaro now with it. A little bit of pressure on him. Able to give it back to Kevin Martin.
Well, Sterling right now, you saw a little play like that where they just moved it over to the other side of the field, just kind of played with the ball in midfield if he wasn't being defended. Nice thing to do. You know, the way you should play when you have the lead.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about having a 2-goal cushion. You can always drop an extra guy back and really focus on the defense here. Whereas a 1-goal cushion, you're still trying to score to give yourself that cushion.
Sterling makes a couple substitutions. Timmy Hall will throw this one away. Throw this one back in, I should say. Stubbs now. Moreland. Looking for someone to pass to. Now Kevin Martin in a battle of himself, and that's going to be Heights' throw-in. He does throw it in, and that goes out, and that's going to be Sterling's throw-in now.
Yeah, ball never came in. Now Jim Zagaro at the throw-in here.
So you're saying, Sean, with Jimmy Zagaro, it's almost like a kick with how far he can get it over there.
Well, especially with the wind at his back, you know,
yeah.
It's an even, you know, it's even a greater advantage there.
Comes Jimmy Zagaro on his long throws. He's going to throw this one in, up in the air. Defended very well by Heights. Now Moreland's going to try and take a shot and right towards the keeper.
That's a nice job by Josh Moreland here. They throw it up. Heights wins the ball in the air, but watch this. Watch how Josh brings this ball down, right back down to his feet. I mean, that's a real. You appreciate how tough that is to do it without a defender on you, but actually to do it in traffic, it's really impressive.
And that's what all the real good scorers do. They create. They have the ability to create their own opportunities.
Y'all did it all come over.
I think, you know, in any sport, they're able to do that.
Going to be a throw in here at Sterling.
And you said it right there, Schultz. Moreland's able to create space to get a shot off, and that's what really helps out Sterling.
First, second, or third.
And again, of course, Moreland also gives now Jimmy Zagaro a nice long free throw right into the box right now. Comes a long throw in. It's in the box, bouncing around in the box. That gets kicked away, and Heights able to breathe a little bit of sigh of relief for right now.
Yeah, with the substitution, Sterling's stuck on a rotation where they have a little bit of smaller guys up front now playing in the offensive zone, so the head balls are being easily won by Heights.
Heights right now on their own attack. Burr able to defend that one. Kevin Martin able to grab that one now. Now Sterling on a counter attack. Unable to get that one. And that's going to be a foul right there.
Yeah, Jake Martin coming up for Jake, trying to find Devin Byrne here. Just a little too much in the inside, and then leans in on the head ball there and gets called for it. See a good shot of the girls team back there, getting ready for their night contest against Heights. Girls having a very good season. Actually lost it. Lost the game on their first game of the season on Saturday against a very good Homedale team, who I believe won the Group 2 state title last year.
Ranked third in state this year.
Yeah, very good team.
And I was talking to Mr. K about that, only losing 2-0 against third in the state. It's very much well of accomplishment in a way.
Well, that's the type of and it was a really good game to get for Coach K. Because I think originally we were supposed to play another team who actually backed out because of COVID issues, but to play something that stepped up in the competition, the girls really really counted themselves really well. But it was a good forebearer saying that this is where we need to be. When we have to play. Nice job by Heights there, taking the ball off of Moreland's foot.
Moreland commits the foul.
You can see him extend that hand, and I think that's always going to get that called.
Yeah, he was trying to go back into trying to cross back over to the right, and the defender actually backheeled the ball. I don't know if he meant to do it, but that's what he ended up doing. And then Josh, trying to regain possession, created the foul.
Of course, if you'll ask him later, he said, I totally meant to do that.
Yeah. Sterling with substitutions here. It's Kevin Martin and Jimmy Zergano come off, and Mike Ermel on.
Yeah, Mike Ermel comes back on after that.
And Caleb Evans as well, I'm sorry.
Comes on after that head injury that he saw early on in the second half.
This way!
Heights crosses that one in. Great job right there to block it from Kevin Stubbs. Way to put his body up front. Still not done. Kevin Stubbs able to knock that one away.
Yeah, nice recovery here by Kevin Stubbs. You see the cross. Kevin's actually playing the defender on the far post. And as the ball comes through, and then on the missed head ball, comes over to the middle. So Kevin does a nice job adjusting there and really taking knocking it out of harm's way there.
Kevin, an excellent wrestler. And I don't know, does he play anything in the spring?
He's a volleyball player.
Volleyball, that's right. That's right.
They call a foul here on Josh Moore as the ball comes down. Josh clipping heels with the Heights defender.
Just trying to get to the ball, and honestly, I would as much as you want to keep that ball in, I wouldn't be too worried as much because you know that defender's going to kick that one out.
Yeah, that was the defender already played the ball, so Sterling was going to retain possession, so he kind of bailed him out there a little bit.
It's going to have a throw in right now.
Nice job by Justin Burr, stepping through and getting the ball and creating an opportunity here.
Burr's going to give it to Moreland, almost just a little bit higher. Maybe he could have gotten it over the defender.
Nice play, small ball here to Kevin Stubbs. Gets back to Moreland, who gets pushed from behind.
Moreland tries to take a shot, unable to get the shot, but goes straight towards the keeper.
Yeah, didn't get much on the left foot here. I thought that was going to be a foul right there, coming from behind and actually hitting him while he possessed the ball.
I think they played a short advantage, of course. That ball goes out of bounds. Heights now goes in.
Once again, Heights having a hard time generating some offense here, and Sterling really putting the defensive screws onto him right now. Camardo, one of the goal scorers, pass up to Ermel.
Heights now tries to possess, and Heights, number 17, couldn't believe what he just did. Evan
Rascoli, yeah.
Rascoli.
He actually, he actually did a little unforced turnover there. He had some space that he could play with, and then he played the ball right out of bounds. Ball played back here to Ermel.
Ermel tries to make a cross and sends it right towards the keeper. Keeper gets that one, and nothing too bad for him.
You see the difference between the halves. In the first half, the goalie was putting it 10, 15 yards beyond midfield, and here it's 10 yards shy of midfield, so it shows you the effect of the wind.
And our time at 32 minutes and some change into the second half is unofficial, but I'm sure in the ballpark. Yeah, and we didn't really stop it when we had, they had a few of those issues with the yellow cards, so we might be a few minutes off, but.
It's a play down here on a punt. Moreland with a good head of speed.
Moreland
plays
now.
Over to Byrne.
Byrne almost could have gotten a touch to that, and that just goes out wide, and goal kick right there.
Hard to see. That's partially obscured here. Moreland with good head of speed here, trying to find Devin Byrne, and oh, Devin looks like he got the earth rather than the ball.
I almost want to say the goalie cam of this.
This side it comes across. He holds up on the ball. They said he might have been all sides in that, but the referee beat trail on the play, did not make that call.
Honestly, if you try to take by this point, you know you're the last attacker. Nothing else is going to happen. Might as well take that shot and hope for the best.
Let's place it up there midfield. Has an opportunity. Timmy Hall plays the ball out and off the Heights defender and out of bounds.
And really, all of a sudden, the wind's really picked up into this game.
Yeah, it died down as we started the second half. I mean, it was pretty windy throughout the first half, died down, but you're right, John, and it's just, again, makes things that much more difficult on Heights to try and make something happen.
Just saw that in a throw-in there as Tim Hall tries to throw it in, and he gets kind of blown out of bounds, affected by the wind as he tries to throw it down the line.
Well, here comes the short throw. This is going to be a cross in now. Ball's dipping down in the box.
Nice job by Braden Sheehan shielding off the offender and playing it out.
Heights really having a lot of people up in that offensive end now. You're getting to that point where you've got to take some chances. Only had one defender in midfield, and they were really pushed up there in an effort to get some offense going.
Yeah. And you'll see it's a double-edged sword here. They're going to push up, and it's going to create some opportunities for Sterling to have some uneven chances here, and 2v1s coming down to the end of the game. See if they can capitalize.
And we will have a post-game show to follow with our stars of the game. I'm sure we'll talk to Coach Marley's also.
We need a sponsor for this post-game show. Schul's Painting sponsors the post-game show. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm enjoying taking a little bit of a break from painting over the last 2 months.
There you go.
Again, here to introduce the game is Kevin Schulz, Sean Clank, and I'm John Holloway here. Call for this boys soccer game, which is right now been a very close game. Don't let the score fool you. 2-0 game, and it's really been back and forth.
It has, but at the same time, there's some of the. I don't feel like Heights has got quality opportunities. I feel like Sterling is almost in charge, like you would feel like it's a 4-0 game, a 5-0 game. They just they're tough on the back end. Again, not giving any real good chances to Heights. And the other thing is, Sterling seems to just be dominant in the midfield. Once Heights gets on the ball, they're right on. You see right here.
Yeah, and in the past, you see Haddon Heights in the past generally plays a little bit more physical game. They're playing a little bit more finesse this year, and I think that plays right into Sterling's strengths. It's a 2-0 game, and Sterling really, I generally get the sense the whole game Sterling's been in control.
Yeah, and we've really moved well in transition right up through the midfield. I mean, when Heights tries to do the same thing, there's a defender from Sterling right there, just making it difficult or getting the ball going the other way, as you see right there, Timmy Hall.
Yeah, Timmy using a burst of speed here. Again,
now he's going to give to Moreland. Moreland now. Of course, it's been dangerous, but gets a bad touch on that one, and it's going to give right back to Heights.
Yeah, Sterling's being very patient right now on the offensive attack rather than just turning the ball over, trying to find the open player and see where Heights can break down a little bit. Matt Martin works back to the ball, almost had it dispossessed from him. It was a nice step through by Heights.
Very dangerous right now, and off the post. Wow, what that could have been
Well, yeah, a little bit off the crossbar. It looks like Sterling stopped here. I don't know if they were expecting a handball.
Yeah,
they were kind of looked around, and then there's a quality opportunity there. It goes right off the crossbar.
Boy, that's by far their best opportunity.
Absolutely.
Of the day.
Right here, the ball kind of deflects off of Timmy Hall, comes back, and it looks like Sterling expecting a handball call. And
wow,
they stopped. You're right.
Tries to bend it going in the back corner. Joey Lomas had the near side blocked off, so he tried to go far side. He almost bend it into the upper corner.
That would have broken the streak for Lomas right there. So far, he has 11 clean sheets. Needs 12 to tie the record for Sterling. Josh Garcia tries to set something up for Michael Berkeley, and just a little too hard right there.
Yeah, a little unselfish here. He's looking, trying to find Berkeley. You'd like to see him try to find him on the feet, though, rather than in the air. The goalie would be able to come out and make the play.
Looks like it might rain.
So come back here. Justin Burr plays it up to Garcia. Slides the special. Matt Martin with the ball. Ball played up to Berkeley. Nice job by Heights keeping it in bounds. Nice burst of speed here. Plays out right on a give and go. McFadden comes in, right in, and Lomas with a great save.
Save right there. And
it's an outside. There's a little give and go here. You say McFadden comes out, tries to play it, and then he's one-on-one with the keeper. And Lomas comes out to block the ball. That's a great save. And again, now you understand why Sterling has so many shutouts this year.
Yeah, that was Dylan Connor with that opportunity for Heights.
Martin now going to take a shot. Back. Joey Adams also able to make that save, and also now in added time, how much the refs want to add. Of course, give credit to Joey Adams. He's also kept Heights alive in this game. How many shots he had to face has been really, really incredible. Able to only let into, of course, a penalty kick and a header that he got a hand to, but unable to keep it out.
Yeah, the penalty kicks is it's unfortunate, but Kevin Martin did a nice job of playing it and having the goalie move the opposite direction.
Josh Garcia was offsides on that one.
You got to call on Josh here.
And you can kind of see the style of play that Heights has, where they just stay close in games. And was it not for the penalty shot, we'd be looking at a 1-0 game at this point.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, there was a play in the first half, too, where it possibly could have been a penalty shot when the score is 0-0. Yeah. It was a foul of Maroney in the box that we didn't get the ball on.
But a game, as we've been saying, you feel like Sterling's controlling midfield or in control of the game, but then you look at the score, you're like, Heights, again, isn't as talented as Sterling, but they're finding a way, the type of team that finds a way to keep themselves within striking distance in a game.
Yeah, and in years past, Heights always had that one fiery leader who can step up and really bring the, bring the intensity to the game. Looks like they're missing that this year.
Joey Adams able to grab that one in midair. Now punts this one away.
Yeah, nice job high pointing that ball coming down and not letting it get into header range. And they're really trying to find Berkeley there. Nice job by Heights breaking it up with the header.
Go, man, go! Go, man!
Heights with a goal kick here. Again, we're in added time, so any minute now you might hear the 3 whistles. A nice shot of the seniors back there. Almost looks like a carnival game. We should be taking shots at them. Ball set up as Sterling gets the ball here. Zingaro throws it down the line, trying to find Berkeley.
That's going to go out, and that's going to be Heights' ball.
Played out and off Berkeley's foot. See, Sterling can try to hold him down here. Heights plays it out of bounds.
Here's your chance, Jules.
I tipped it and got it.
He saved the
recovered.
He saved the truck today.
Didn't have the same velocity as the last one that I got out of the way for it.
Nice job by Moreland to play to himself. And nice job by Heights coming over, not taking any for defender coming back and really closing that opportunity out. But again, I can't tell you how hard that is actually to play it from the right foot to the left coming back, and and Josh just makes it look so easily and effortless. Nice shot of Josh here, taking the corner.
Heights now trying to get a counterattack going.
Yeah.
McFadden doing a good job to slow that counterattack down, and able the players to come back.
Yeah, it was a situation where the Heights was coming out 1-on-3, so there was nobody to play the ball to. This ball gets sent down to McFadden.
Got to be getting close.
Kept in by Camardo. Nice job.
Don't see the referees looking down at their watches yet.
Come back as Martin has the ball midfield. Switches fields here to Camardo. Nice job by Justin Burr bringing it out of harm's way. Plays it up to Kevin Stubbs.
Gives it to Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin now trying to find someone to pass to.
The nice patience here by Kevin Martin, knowing the time on the clock and realizing he doesn't have to force anything.
Moreland now takes a shot and just also wide again.
Yeah, it's a nice opportunity here. Coming down, Moreland trying to find Camardo there. Ball comes back, and Moreland with a one-timer, just missing that outside corner.
It really is, and that could have really ended this game and really sealed how late it is. It's really would already sealed the deal with a 2-0 lead, but
the throw in. I anticipate a whistle here in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I just saw the ref look down on his watch, and we're getting close. Jimmy Zagaro's going to throw this one in.
It's a big throw in here, and Berkeley trying to find it on the head on it, and Garcia, as the ball's played out.
wouldn't be surprised. This might be the last play, and that's not even going to need the throw in as Sterling wins. Keeps the win streak going. We'll be right back for the post-game interview right after this.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
Boy, Tim, this Heights team just finds a way to stay around in the game. Talk about what went on out there.
Well, they just came out with the mindset of not giving up, winning every ball in the air, trying. But I felt like we dominated in the air better, and we came out with this.
And you guys really dominate in the midfield. Is that something that's been happening all year?
Yeah, that's how we win most of our games because of that, because we just dominate everything in the air, and that's a huge part of the game.
And obviously, the thing you do so well back on defense, you don't allow people to get around the edge. That's what they were trying to do, and you kind of nullified that time and time again. Talk about how that's a big part of your game.
Well, this is my first year defense, so I don't really know. So, yeah, I just didn't go with the flow.
You just play on instincts then?
Yeah, instincts.
Well, you look like you've been back there for a while. Tim, hey, thanks for coming on with us. Great job, and get them next time, too.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Kevin